What's up guys, Trigger Z here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at two very secure operating systems by Microsoft. So today we're going to be taking a look at Windows Embedded POS Ready to... God, I have to rename this. Windows Embedded POS Ready 7, Windows Embedded POS 7, and Windows Thin PC. So these are two versions of Windows 7 that weren't really intended for the public to use. So Windows Embedded POS Ready 7, it was really made for like point of sale systems, a successor to Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009. If you don't remember what that is, it's a version of Windows XP released in 2009, made for point of sale systems. But this is a version of POS Ready for Windows 7. And it was like point of sale systems, meaning like cash registers. Windows Thin PC is a version of Windows that was supposed to be a successor to Windows Fundamentals for legacy PCs. Basically, it was a very low-spec version of Windows 7, and PCs that couldn't run like the full version of Windows 7 had to live with these. Additionally, it was like meant to be run on thin clients, but I'm not going to get into that because that's like a very, very complicated topic that we could possibly cover in a different video. But we're just going to first compare Windows Embedded POS Ready 7 and Windows 7. So as you can tell, the boot screen is exactly the same. Yeah, this is just regular Windows 7, the Windows 7 that we all use. This is normal Windows 7. You know, it's what you'd expect. And this is Windows Embedded POS Ready 7. Yeah, it was basically successor to Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009, as I already said. And as the logon screen is different, but that's literally the only thing they changed in terms of looks. But as you can tell, the desktop looks nearly identical. If we take a look at the start menu, as you can tell, there's a lot more going on in Windows 7, and these are like programs that the public would normally use. There's only like 3 things here, and yeah, that's about it. Very unnecessary programs for like point of sale systems were removed, and so yeah. But in terms of storage, Windows Embedded POS Ready 7 took up a whole lot more storage than Windows 7. I've also noticed that in the control panel, you can see that in terms of programs, Windows 7 has absolutely no programs installed. But Embedded POS Ready 7 has 2 pre-installed programs, which are Visual C++. I mean, a lot of people use that, but with Microsoft POS for .NET 1.12, that's pre-installed, and that's again made for point of sale systems. Another thing I've noticed is that if we go to like, you know, the sample pictures and sample music, I mean, they're gonna be here in Windows 7, but in Windows POS, like the folders are still here, but the sample music itself is not here for some reason. Even though the folder is here, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure really why that's there. Yep, so my virtual machine just crashed for some reason. I'm not sure why, and the control panel just opened out of nowhere. Windows 7, this was released in 2009, and this was released in 2010. And they're both Service Pack 1, and yeah, nothing really special going on. But yeah, that's about it for Windows Embedded POS Ready 7. It was a successor to Windows POS Ready 2009. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. But next up, we're going to be taking a look at Windows Thin PC. Now, this is a lockdown version of Windows made for thin clients. If you want to do more research on thin clients, you can do so. They're really complicated, so I'm not going to go too much in depth. It's using the same logon screen as Windows POS Ready 7, or Windows Embedded POS Ready 7. These are pretty long names. They shouldn't be this long. If you could just look at the desktops, they look almost exactly the same. There's literally only 2 programs, and if we go to all programs, as you can tell, there isn't a whole lot going on, just like Windows Embedded POS Ready 7. But if we take a look at storage, like I was surprised. Like this, I couldn't believe how much storage. Like look at that. It only takes up like 3 gigabytes. Okay, 3.3 gigabytes of storage. There is literally almost nothing in this operating system. And like comparatively, this is like 10 gigabytes. But if we take a look at the folders, as you can tell, this version of Windows doesn't have an x86 folder. So that's pretty surprising. I did not expect that. And this one doesn't have any preloaded programs. So as you can tell, you can see how this is like a lockdown version of Windows. There's really like nothing in this operating system, and it takes up so little storage. If you take a look at that, this was also released in 2010, 2009. Okay, so you showed me these two operating systems. What's the point of this? So as you can tell, Windows 7 support is actually ending on January 14, 2020. But if we take a look at Windows Embedded POSReady 7, extended support is actually ending on the 12th of October 2021. That's literally almost two more years, like 1.75 more years of support. Now, if you don't remember, like for Windows Embedded POSReady 7, there was actually a registry hack you could do to extend its support until 2019. That's 5 extra years of support for Windows XP, and that's absolutely crazy. Now, for Windows Vista, you could do the same thing by using Windows Server 2008 updates, but you had to install them manually. But the same thing could be done with Windows 7 if we use Windows Embedded POSReady 7 updates on Windows 7, because they're both versions of Windows 7. This is just a version of Windows 7 extended until 2021, and this is the same thing for Windows Thin PC. So if we like search up Windows Thin PC, as you can see, this one is also extended until 12th of October 2021. So that's pretty cool. Like with Windows XP, people found a registry hack to get automatic updates until 2019. That's 5 extra years of support. Additionally, with Windows Vista, of course, there wasn't automatic updates. You had to install those updates manually. It's still surprising that that's even possible in the first place. There may be a possibility to get updates for Windows 7 until October 12th, 2021. And that's exactly why I wanted to show you these two operating systems, because these are two very significant operating systems that could potentially extend Windows 7's support until 2021. As you can see, there are a couple of videos. As you can tell, there are a couple of videos that actually extend Windows Vista updates until 2020, January of 2020, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. And the same was done for Windows XP. As you can see, you could extend it until 2019. I'm not going to look at the videos because of copyright and stuff like that. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, it was possible. So the same could potentially be done with Windows 7. Now, of course, we may or may not have to like manually install the updates. What that means is you have to download the updates and like install each individual update, but it's significant that we can still actually update it and use it until 2021. But yeah, that's about it for this video. It was pretty fun to take a look at Windows Thin PC and Windows Embedded POSReady 7. We should really see the main differences between them. What was really interesting was to see that those two operating systems have extended support until 2021, whereas Windows 7 actually has support until January of 2020. So yeah, that was pretty significant, and that was really interesting for me to learn. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Chigger Z signing out.